over here, Cleo? Yeah, she's coming over. Hi, everyone. Come on, you. Come on. Of course, you choose the most precarious route. I'm leaving all of this in. It's so funny. Come here. Come here, girl. All right. So, The Rise of the Sith has been a mixed bag thus far of an omnibus. Sure, we've had Jedi Council Acts of War and Prelude to Rebellion and Darth Maul, but you also have things like Jedi the Dark Side, Orient Express, and Last Stand on Ord Mantell. Well, here we are at the Phantom Menace comic adaptation, which was one I was very curious about rereading, because I hadn't read this since probably the mid 2000s. This was one of the first Star Wars trades I picked up as a kid, because I really liked the Revenge of the Sith comic adaptation, so I picked up episodes 1 and 2 as well. And then from there, picked up Clone Wars trades and whatever I could get my hands on. At first sticking with the prequel era, but gradually moving out to things like Stackpole's X-Wing Rogue Squadron, that sort of thing, and that led into the novels, that sort of thing. So, Phantom Menace comic adaptation is not anything particularly special. It's a 4-issue mini that is basically the Cliff Notes of the Phantom Menace movie, where Terry Brooks did a really good job of adding things to the novelization of Phantom Menace. The creative team on this book really doesn't add much. In fact, it feels like a rough cut of what the Phantom Menace theatrical cut would be. So, for instance, like a lot of the Gungans look pretty much the same. Panaka barely says anything. Valorum says even less than he did in the film. The battle droids all look pretty identical as the standard B1 battle droids, so no red marked security droids or the battle droid commanders, that sort of thing, like we got in the final film. So it just feels like proto Phantom Menace. It has alternative dialogue here and there, but it says the same thing. Mainly Jar Jar's stuff's changed a bit. But it's not for the better, it's just about the same. Whereas, like, some of the dialogue in Phantom Menace, the novelization, is changed to be more smooth, sound more like people talking, that sort of thing. I will say the end, the last panel of this comic, I will spoil this, is Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Jar Jar walking up the stairs at the Theed ceremony. I'm in an attempt to pay homage to Han, Chewie, and Luke on Yavin 4 at the end of A New Hope. It's weird. It feels out of place. Also, Anakin's still wearing his slave clothes. He's not in his Jedi robes, even though he's been granted Obi-Wan's been granted permission to train him. It's weird. It's just a weird comic that feels kind of out of place. Like, we've said, like with the Marvel stuff, with the original trilogy comics, they all felt special. This just doesn't. The art's fine. The writing's fine, but it's just nothing to write home about. It's very forgettable. And it's a shame, because this comic adaptation could have been really good if it like followed more of the Terry Brooks stuff for the novelization. I think people would look more fondly on this instead of just this weird oddity. But unfortunately, like with many things that were made for the Phantom Menace, it kind of falls more into the crap territory. But I'm not going to say this is 100% trash. It really isn't. It's just kind of bland. It's a good 3 out of 5 stars, you know? Very okay stuff. Nothing to write home about. But from here on out, and we're almost done with this, but we got some stinkers coming up. You all are forewarned. So, anyway, you have a nice day.